Alright, so last week was a pretty good week. Uh, in terms of eBay sales, the weekend was pretty good. Uh, we also did a yard sale last weekend, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Uh, and got rid of a couple things there, some stuff that had been listed on eBay that I had also listed here. I kind of took down to see if I could sell it locally. Uh, some of it was from the coffin boxes. Then I bought those two Amazon return boxes, so I wanted to get rid of those. Or I wanted to try and get rid of some of that stuff, because on eBay it hasn't really moved. And I did get rid of a couple things, that's for sure. I don't totally know all of what I got and have, or what all of what I got rid of, as I was not really involved with the yard sale because I don't want to deal with people. That's why. Why do you think I sell on eBay? I don't want to deal with people. That and I wasn't home for. I was only home Saturday. The other days I had to work, so there was I wasn't home to begin with. And like I said, so I still haven't gone through everything that's left over. A lot of it I'm just gonna get rid of. Some of it was stuff I had. There's only a couple things that were listed on eBay that will need to be relisted. Most of it was stuff that wasn't even listed. It was kind of just in a box of stuff I didn't want to deal with. So I still have to go through that bin and relist a couple things. I was doing better on eBay than I was at the yard sale, that's for sure. I only all in probably made, I don't know, maybe 60 bucks, 60, 70 bucks. 30 of that was from one vacuum. And like I said, I didn't really keep track of what I had put out and what it was listed for, or and what I was asking. And there's not really a good track of whatever I sold. So anyways, we'll get into what's sold on eBay. So starting off with this Mincadale, we'll call it that. Fire company in Delaware, $8.99. This Lynchburg, Virginia police sold out. As you can see, I was doing a sale, 15% off on anything that was over, I want to say 280 days, somewhere around there, 200 something days. 15% off sale. I did it to kind of hopefully revive my store after last Monday when I went through and changed every listing. Or I should say the majority of the listings over to Ground Advantage. I still need to change like some of the remote listings. I didn't change, but as a general, all the patches I went through and changed them. So that sales were just dead because I think I did it like Sunday, and then Monday there was nothing. Then I ran the sale, and then the store came back to life. So the sale so far has been doing pretty good, helping get rid of some old inventory. As I'm in kind of with the yard sale, I'm in a bit of a cleaning mood, trying to get rid of whatever stuff's been around for a couple months. Just try and get rid of it somehow, and just do like a total reorganization of upstairs where I have all my eBay stuff. So Lynn sold that 15% off, $5.94. This Ketchikan, Alaska Fire, $3.99. Nothing special with that one. Yes, these next four all sold together, so that was good to see. This FDNY Ladder 120. The South Dakota Spearfish. This Boston Engine 9 Ladder 2. And this LA Airport, or Ontario Airport, Los Angeles Airport's Firefighter. So also out an offer, $8.49. And then $3.99 on Spearfish and the Boston one. $5.99 for FDNY. Next was this Stuyvesant Fire, also out on offer. Finally sold one. I have had a couple of these. I've gotten them a couple different times, and they're just not anything that's desirable. But this one actually did go to that town. And as you can see, I got 2.5 days left on the sale. Next sold a remote. This genuine RCA, RCR 192AB2, $10.99 free ship. That was from the Goodwill little lot that I bought. Not the greatest. I'll make probably like $3, like $2 to $3 on each remote. This is kind of like my general estimate. But as you'll see later, I already made all my money back on one remote, so I'm not worried about it. Next is this East Durham Engine 3, $6.99. Next is this Pembroke Pines Fire Rescue at $7.99. This Kentland, Maryland at $9.99. And I want to say, I think this sold together with this Pembroke Pines. I want to say it didn't sell by itself. I know there was something else where it was a lot of two. Or maybe it was this one, I don't know. This Durango, Colorado at $6.99. Next is New Egypt Fire at $6.99. Ocean Bay Fire, Ocean Bay Park Fire at $5.99. Martinsville, Virginia, it's police at $6.99. And then this Henry County, Virginia Sheriff's also sold. These two I know sold together. And the Henry County Sheriff sold out on the sale for $5.09. Next, East Marlboro Township. Doesn't even say. Oh, it does say police. Okay. Hap Hatch $5.99 in that one. Cherokee County Fire and EMS sold again as part of the sale, $5.94. Next is the Bolo here. So as you can see, this ended up selling out an offer for $44.99. And which I think was, what was that, 5%, 10%, whatever I did. So this is a Bolo for you. LG Free Space ANMR 600. As long as it's like this OEM one, I'm pretty sure that's like the difference. Because if you look this up, there's other listings, but they don't go for as high. I think it's and they're not like actual LG OEM. I think that's why this is worth so much. In particular, is because it's OEM. I mean, when I looked this up, I didn't believe the comps when I first seen it. But yes, this is worth $50. And this didn't take too long to sell either. This took, I want to say, a couple weeks. But like as you can see up here, there's in the sponsored items thing is how there's no, those are not, none of these are the same model numbers. Actually, ignore that. But yeah, this didn't take too long to sell. June 24th, as you can see. So it took, well, you know, just under a month to sell. But definitely something to look out for is this right there. And it'll say, and it says free space right above the battery cover. So this alone right here paid for the entire lot that I bought on Goodwill, the Shop Goodwill site. It was a little lot of remotes. This paid for the whole lot. Okay, general fire alarm. Who really cares? So, next is this Math Plus base 10-set counting cube blocks. I've sold these before. I sold the other one I found was totally brand new. This one was open. I'm not sure if they were all there. As you can see, it's all they're all like broken apart. So $12.99 plus 10 ship. This took a while to sell, which I kind of figured they would to begin with. See, there's right there. That's kind of what I had. That's pretty much what it was. That one right there is pretty much what it was. Out of stock January 24th when I listed them. Found these in the dumpster. I found the two of them. I found the sealed one and then this one. And there's like I think it was, I don't know if it was at the same time or it was from the same dumpster, at least. A lot of 4 PS4 games that I found. That was in that dumpster. I think it was the same week. It might have been the same weekend when I found it. Or if not, it was the exact same dumpster that came out of from whatever clean out that someone had been doing and throwing their trash in that dumpster. Because this stuff was like out of the ordinary for that business. It's a place that does commercial doors, so this is out of place. Next, Jefferson County, Alabama Sheriff sold part of the sale, $424. Down to one more of these FDNY autism awareness patches. Sold this the best Florida beaches virtual vacation, volume 9 and 10 with bonus Caribbean daydreams. Sold that out on offer for $17.99 plus ship, and this guy had accepted the offer, sent me a message like the next day that he was like having some issue with his credit card and if I could extend the offer to Wednesday. And I said the offer is good till I think Thursday, because then Thursday would have been 4 days because this was bought on Sunday. And then it was good till Thursday, and Thursday I would cancel it for the non-payment. But then paid today. But then there was another issue because he had originally said in his first message that he was buying it as a gift. And that apparently when he went to do the payment, he had changed the address, but it didn't end up going through. It didn't end up going through. So I figured, whatever, not a big deal. I just went over to Pirate Ship and put in that information that he gave me, and I just printed it through Pirate Ship. Except for through Pirate Ship, I couldn't get it to do media mail, so I ended up having to pay for Ground Advantage, which was like an additional 50 cents. But it didn't really matter because it was still under the $5 shipping that I charged, so I still came out just fine. It didn't matter that much. Next was this Encore Golf hat. Sold this also at an offer, $11.69. This was one that had like a little stain above the just swing. And I had like tried washing it a couple times to try and like get the stain out, but it kind of just made it worse. There it is. It seems like it moved, and then like underneath the brim, some of the red from the hat kind of like started bleeding into the sweatband. I mean, I was just making it worse. So I finally stopped trying to clean it and just listed it as is. And it's still sold, which I figured it would, because there's not a lot of these Encore Golf. There's not a lot of their hats listed. So I figured it would sell fairly quickly. Next, St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana Fire at $4.99. And then the last thing that I'll show you for this weekend, or that kind of was like the last thing. I mean, this technically sold Monday night. Although I forgot to mention I was super busy yesterday, did not have time really to film this video. There was a lot going on yesterday, so now that I have some time, we'll do it today and Tuesday. And I've had a couple other things sell that I'll just throw in next week's video. So this was a great sale, sold within a couple of hours. It's a Milwaukee 26-20, part of their M18. It's a cordless multi-tool. It's just the tool only. But this was brand new sealed. I opened it up because I wasn't entirely sure, because the seal looked like it was just a piece of Scotch tape that I could have put on there myself. So that's why I wanted to actually check to make sure that it was new, and it is. So, and that sold, like I said, within a couple hours. $90 free ship. Of course, it's going to Hawaii. But all in, even after shipping and fees, that was $30 off the top. But I also did promoted listings, which I really shouldn't have. There's no need to, because the sell-through rate on this is so high. That was a bit of a dumb idea. That was a waste of $3. But of course, this went to Hawaii, of all places. But not that it was too big of a deal, because I originally had it set for ground advantage, so it only ended up being like 13 bucks to send it to Hawaii, and I ended up just so happening to have like a perfect box for it. It's something I ordered off Amazon. I don't even know what it was, but it was a fairly long box. It was like the perfect height and width, but it was just, longer than it needed to be. But I checked with playing with the shipping numbers. I didn't need to cut it down. It wasn't going to make a difference, so I just left it as it is. And then all the weight's just to one side. This was something that came on this one of the pallets my brother bought. Just happened to have this brand new Milwaukee on it, which was kind of out of place because the rest of the stuff that was on it was all was lawnmowers and a couple of the blowers, so it's kind of out of place. But that was still nice. And this was also, you had put it out in the yard sale and had got like no interest in it, so decided we'll just throw it up on eBay. Alright, so that's it for that account. We'll switch over to the other one. This account, which has been actually revived, as you can see, we've got a good, healthy amount of sales that came in. So, we'll start off with this LSU Police at $6.99. Idaho Springs K9 at $3.99. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation at $7.99. Rapid City, South Dakota, sold out on offer $7.19. San Francisco Police $6.99. Baytown, Texas at $6.99. I had a couple things that went to auction. This was one of the things that actually had some good interest in it. This Township of Brookhaven Police Recreation ended up only going to $17.50, which is kind of a disappointment. It had quite a bit of action on it. I was hoping it would go. I was hoping it would have went for higher, but it is what it is. And this one I did the upgraded shipping on because it's something that's kind of rare that I didn't want to have to worry about it getting lost. Next, the only other thing that got any action when I put it to auction was the Sully County Sheriff in South Dakota. Only went for $6.99. This again had a bunch of interest in it. I would have thought it went for more. It had a bunch of watchers on it. This one had more, just kind of interaction with the bidders than it did have watchers. This was another thing that I put to auction. That ended up selling like right at the end, last minute kind of thing. Was this Hilliard, Ohio Auxiliary Police for $6.99. These two I knew were gonna sell because they had action on them. And then when the auctions ended, I got surprised that this had someone, put a bid in towards the end. Next, Hastings, Nebraska K9 sold out on offer $7.19. Lorain County, Ohio sold out on offer $5.39. St. Louis, Missouri Police $4.99. South Hill, Virginia, a little hat patch. These next three sold together. So South Hill at $5.99, Northern Virginia Community College at $7.99, and then last was the Spencer, Massachusetts hat patch as well for $5.99, and that was like right at my 1997 or something. It was like right at the threshold, so I figured between the three I'll just upgrade it, upgrade the shipping. Next, Ontario, California Police $5.99. South Miami Police Communications $5.99. Then the last thing that I'll show you that sold this morning was this Baltimore, Maryland Police. As you can see, I got another one still at $5.99. So that's it for now. The things that I'll show you, like right here is another Circleville, Ohio Police one that sold, and like I said, there was 2 or 3 other things that sold today that I'll show you next week. So other than that, that's it for this week. No new inventory pickups, just cleaning up shop, really. Kind of just going, listing the last little bit of patches that I have drafts for. I have a stack in front of me that I'll have to go, that I still need to go through. And there's another stack of fire stuff, so I'll still have patches for a little bit, so I'm not too worried about that. But other than that, that's it. I'll see you guys next week.